Okay, once you log into my Regent portal, you're going to go down to Library Resources. But before we do that, I think it's good to make sure you're familiar with everything that's on this page, including phone numbers and popular links, the bookstore, gift store, campus, academic calendar, stuff like that. But down here is a link straight to the librarian. You can ask the librarian any question. They'll find a book, they'll find the answer, the article, and email it to you. If it's a book, they overnight ship it. I live all the way in Las Vegas. They ship it to me. I get it in 2 days. So it came across America in 2 days. It's great. And then you just have to ship it back. And I think it comes with a return label. I can't quite remember, but I think it does. Anyway, super easy. They sent me a whole book. Once a teacher recommends a book, I just go ahead and log in. I ask the librarian to find it and ship it to me. But how you do that, you can either click on that link below. I like to go to Library Resources because they may have an ebook. But here, see your research tools. This is where I did the citation management. But they have a whole other list of different things here if you just want to look for ebooks or journals. But I like to stay in the home section, and you can just type in Christian ethics. Okay, now it gives you books, ebooks, journals, everything. And then you can go to subject, and maybe it's kind of narrows it down for you over here. Maybe you want to look for Christian ethics and sociology, or psychology, or philosophy, or just in ethics. But look at that, 28,000 resources. Now a lot of them are probably the same book, just from a different library or source. But anyway, you go to material type. Let's say you just want to look at ebooks. You can click on that, and just ebooks will show up. But you could have clicked on any of those books or ebooks. But we'll go back to books. We'll stay with ebooks. So let's say you want to read this one. So you click on this. Gives you two places where you can read this from. So let's just stay in this one. In a lot of these ebooks, you may have to create an account, like ProQuest. I have a ProQuest account. I can sign in if I want, and it'll just use your Regent sign in, or you can create a whole new sign in. But you can download or read just the chapter you want. Let's just say you want to read chapter 1. You can download chapter 1 as a PDF, or you can read it, or you can read online the whole book. Let's say you want to go to chapter 1, and then you can save this. So after you sign in, you can save it. You can do highlights. See, it's asking me to sign in. Well, I don't need to create an account. Okay, so now we can save this book. So you can add bookmarks. Let's say you want to highlight. You're like, well, I really like that. I want to bookmark it. Saves it all. Okay. So let's say you find really what you're looking for, and you're like, man, that was a really good quote. I want to use it in my paper. Just go to here to citation. Chicago Tribune notes and bibliography, which that is what is requested of us. But it goes last name first, so obviously this is a bibliography. But you can just put stuff in parentheses. You can change it to match endnotes. Put the last name later, and change the punctuation and all that, and you can make it. That's why it's not good to just copy and paste, but to realize what they're giving you and change all the punctuation. That way you get it correct. But normally they give you the bibliography, and you can just copy and paste. Okay, so that's one option there. So let's go back to books, or I guess we can do all. Let's go back to all. So let's say you find a book. So you click on the book. It gives you different options here. Need a chapter from another library. So you can request chapters. get a physical copy. This is where you can click. You just fill in your information, your home address. That's why your home address needs to be up to date in Genesis. Uh, there's not a red star by there, but if there's volumes or if you know any more information, you send it. They will email you back and say, hey, we got your request. We're looking for the book. We'll send it to you. And this tells you where the location it is, Regent University Library, and it's available. So if I was to request that right now, it would get here, take them about a day to find it on the shelf. Um, but the next day they'll mail it, and then it's like a day shipping after that. So then let's say you just want to reference this book. Let's just say you mentioned your book in the paper. You haven't got it yet, and you still want to cite it. Just click citation here. Same thing. It gives you the bibliography note, and you can copy and paste and then change it to the end note punctuation. So real easy. But that's how you ask for a book. You just click that, or by email, and just tell them you want chapter 1, and make sure you know it's the right author, and you got to agree to the terms. And you click send, and they'll send you chapter 1 to your email. They'll literally get the book off the shelf, scan it on the copier, and send it to you. Same thing with journals. Just look up a journal, and you can save them. You put this pin, you click on that pin, see, and it went up here. It goes to your account, and you can click that. And I have 12 items saved. See, I've already used stuff for this class, and I can always go back and quote it and reference it. You can link it to stuff. You can always cite it, print it. Really good information here. So let's say you want to go back to the library, Regent Library. You only want to look for databases. So these are where things are located. So you click on database, and this is where all the databases are located. You want to look at academic journals, you just click on that. For religious things, it's the ATLA Religion Database. That's where a lot of our uh, biblical studies degrees are located, right there. But let's say you really wanted to look for ethics in psychology or philosophy or something like that. You would have to find something with that name in it. This is a really good one, Encyclopedia of Religion in America. So even if you're doing Homeland Security, you're doing some type of computer digital degree. But psychology books, click on that. Doctoral books, I'm sure you could find different things about ethics inside there. But let's just stay with the religion database. You hit go. It's going to find all that you want in religion. Let's just say ethics. But let's say, like one of the students in class want to know personal ethics and values. Let's just click on that. See if anything pops up about that. You might find something a little bit closer to, instead of professional academic ethics, like these are the only 4 ethics that you can read about in the material that we have. This goes more into opinions of how personal ethics work. Maybe you're looking for something like that. It can get you closer to that. Just type in what you want. And then there's optional fields here like, well, I'm only looking for things in the subject, not just all text. But let's go back and search. Then you can, again, narrow it down to source types, academic journals, or books, ebooks, stuff like that. But you can go here to scriptures, and it gives you the Bible, and you can research the Bible. It'll give you different articles about the Bible. Like, you want to know about Genesis, just click on Genesis there. But what you want to do is you want to sign in, make sure you're signed in. I think you can create a different login than your, I think my password's a little bit different than my Regent login because it's EBSCO, but you can make it the same as yours Regent login. You really want to log in because you want to be able to save your work because it goes into the folder. So let's say you want to look at this. You look at the PDF text, it pulls it up, Control F, like click on that magnifying glass here, and you can just search. Is there ethics in Genesis? No, there's not. But is there creation? Well, sure. Well, there wasn't even creation in there, huh? But anyway, so let's say you like this article. You want to save it. So you go over here, push the folder, and once it makes that symbol, it's in your folder. You can go there, and it puts it by, you can do it by name or date added. And then you could probably go in there and change the dates. Like this is one of my very first articles I did, so the one I just put in there is probably the last one. Yeah, this is the one I just clicked on. Yep, so it's in there. So we want to go back and let's go back one more. Okay, so here's this article that I clicked on. So I'm going to click on it again. I'll already have it in my folder. So let's say you want to cite it. You just click cite. Same thing. Go to Chicago. It's usually the same as Turabian, but you want to go to Chicago Notes and Bibliography. It's going to give you the bibliography. Copy and paste that in your bibliography and then change it to the EndNote style. Anyway, this stuff is really helpful. New search and it just takes you there. And this just stays in the religion database. Or if you want to search the whole database, then you want to do an overarching search, then put it here. I usually start right here. Here's the Ask the Librarian live chat. I mean, these librarians are so nice, so helpful. I've asked them questions. They're like, no, no, no. I think you're approaching this the wrong way. You should use this. They get you the information. They'll even give you how to cite it and how to use it in your paper. Like, we need to use the librarians so they don't lose their jobs. They are so helpful. But that's how you do that. Happy hunting.